What is going on, Headliner Nation? Here we go, back for week 4, the first week of bye weeks. And bye weeks blow, but not so much this week. But Kyle, we're back for another live Q&A. How we doing? You need to unmute your microphone before you do that, because otherwise nobody's
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah, way to start it off. Kyle just says, you know what? I'll just do the show on mute. Way to go, Kyle. Hey,
you always tell me to be quiet when you hit we're going live. So I was like, you know what? This time I'm just going to mute my microphone.
Of course you are. And of course you forgot it, but that's okay. We expect nonetheless. Hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday evening. I spent all day at youth soccer games, so yay me. Had a lot of fun with that, but we're going to be talking about some football here, Kyle. Why? Because we like to talk about football. Real quick, though, before we get into it, just want to remind everybody, just a reminder, I put out a video last night that was a little bit ballsy, is what I'm going to call it. But you know what? We wanted to show our appreciation for this community so much that, we put a video out there where we're offering $1,000 cash. And all you got to do is leave a comment on a video. There's a link down in the description. So after this, make sure you go down there and check it out. I mean, literally, all you got to do is make a comment, and you're entered to win possibly $1,000 cash, doing the drawing on October 31st, Halloween night. So you could get paid on Halloween. I mean, not too many people consider that a holiday, at least like an extra paid holiday at work, but we're paying somebody on October 31st. But tons of questions already coming in. The live chat is already booming, Kyle. I mean, business is booming. Should we say booming because, in remembrance of Antonio Brown? No. I don't miss him.
No.
I really don't miss it. I don't miss the drama. I don't miss it one bit. Ken McGee's out there saying he wants to make it rain, and perfect. We like to make it rain at times also, but we're not going to waste a whole lot of time. Speaking of rain, there's not a whole lot of rain in the forecast tomorrow. Not a whole lot of big weather concerns. There's a slight chance for the Minnesota-Chicago game, but outside of that, not a whole lot of bad weather to really worry about. But let's go ahead and start getting into some comments. Yes, we're going to let it flow at some point in this show. Kyle sometimes makes me do it twice. I don't know about doing it twice. We'll have to see how many likes we get. So if you're online...
I did like a light version, a diet version of Let It Flow, as you like to say.
Yeah, it was a diet version, but it was amazing. You did 3 positions. What is that, 70 players in 14 minutes? That was impressive.
It was decent. I thought it was one of my better episodes.
Hit the like button for Kyle doing a Let It Flow on a rankings video. All right, Kyle, you ready to dive into some questions?
Let's do it. We've already got them flowing in. Mike Sidori, appreciate your question, my man. McLaurin, Gordon, Watkins, Woods, John Brown. We're starting 3 of them and a half-point PPR.
I'm worried about Terry McLaurin with the hamstring injury and Case Keenum injury. We got a lot of questions about Terry McLaurin, why he wasn't in the top 30. Missed a lot of practice. Case Keenum's missing practice, so he's not going to be one of them. Who are the other ones? You had John Brown, Josh Gordon.
Watkins and Woods.
Watkins, Woods, and Gordon would be my 3 that I would choose.
Perfect. Hamburger Helper, appreciate you. Wants to know Marvin Jones or Chris Thompson at flex.
I'm going Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones, I agree.
Marvin Jones, 100% Marvin Jones.
Corin Bethea, I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong, because more than likely I am. What's your outlook on DJ Moore and Allen Robinson? Not sure if it's just a week 4 or rest of the season type question.
I mean, if it's rest of season, I mean, I don't think there's too much of a drop off for DJ Moore with Kyle Allen under center. It sounds like Kyle Allen may be the quarterback here for a few weeks. Maybe the volume is limited somewhat, but the upside, the touchdown, the big play upside is always going to be there. So I'm not too worried about DJ Moore. As far as Allen Robinson goes, I mean, right now, Taylor Gabriel's banged up. All of a sudden, he went totally bananas last week. But I think Allen Robinson's probably the safest receiving option, obviously, right now on the Chicago Bears. They can't get Tariq Cohen involved. They don't know which running back they want to use. Allen Robinson isn't a bad, weekly flex play in a PPR league.
Jake, what questions you got over there?
I got a lot of questions because they are absolutely flowing. Kyle, what about Godwin or Galladay? Godwin's been on the injury report all week. Not 100%, for sure going to go still listed as questionable. You going to take a risk on Godwin or go with Kenny G?
Kenny G is the safer bet, in my opinion, this week.
Not
only is it a tough matchup for the Buccaneers, but Galladay has a nice matchup, and he hasn't been hurt.
Yeah, and, I mean, last week was a total stinker for Kenny Galladay, so it can't go anywhere but up from there. What about, let's see, what is in the cup? Kevin Bruce wants to know what you're drinking, Kyle.
Wouldn't you like to know, Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, what do you drink on a Saturday night, Kevin?
It's flavored water.
Oh, well, that's not exciting. I was hoping for something better than flavored water, maybe some sweet tea or something like that. But you don't live in the South, so you can't be cool enough to have sweet tea all the time.
I do not. Our DFS guy, Ryan O'Connell, in the chat says, let's start the show off right. Celebrating over 70,000 Ks. Let's get this thing to 1,000 so Jake can stop and just go full time.
Oh, well, all right. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan wants this to be my full-time job.
Shad Coates, appreciate your dono, my man. Luke Lofton wants to know Chris Thompson or David Montgomery in a half PPR.
I mean, at this point, the Bears' backfield pisses me off to like no end, but I still think that David Montgomery is slightly safer. I don't know if I really enjoy starting it, though. I mean, if I had more hair, it probably would fall out every time I started David Montgomery. Just saying.
River Grant, appreciate it, my man. Ingram is my starting tight end. Boyd is my wide receiver 2. Waller is in my flex.
Balls to the Waller.
Balls to the Waller is in my flex. Should I start Cooks in my flex over Waller, or in my wide receiver 2 spot over Boyd? That's a no for me. What do you think?
I mean, I like Brandon Cooks this week. I mean, it's hard to really sit Brandon Cooks, especially when you're starting 2 tight ends, but that's 2 pretty solid tight ends that you're starting right there. Heck, Boyd has a great matchup Monday Night Football with Pittsburgh also. I mean, that's kind of a toss-up. I think Boyd and Cooks are going to finish pretty close together here this week. It's kind of, half of a dozen, or what, 6 of one, half dozen of another. Is that the saying, Kyle?
I don't know.
It makes sense.
I don't know
right?
what that's saying.
We're going to go with it. All right.
So here's the thing with that, though. Waller is going to have the volume over Cooks. Cooks has the big play and the potential to have more points, but Waller, I think, is the safest play.
I'll go with that. Safe balls. Balls to the Waller.
Safe ball. Eric, my man, appreciate your question as well. Terry McLaurin or Allen Robinson for wide receiver 2, and David Montgomery or James White at the flex.
Allen Robinson and James White and David Montgomery. I'm not overly excited about either one of them, especially because it sounds like Edelman's going to be good to go, but that's a tough matchup against Buffalo. I think David Montgomery sees a little bit more volume, may make him a little bit safer.
Up next, Chris Rosardo, start 1.5 PPR, Evans, DJ Moore, or Hollywood?
Only one of them?
Looks like, start one.
Right now, Mike Evans is my highest ranked wide receiver out of that group, but I really do like Hollywood this week. It's a great matchup for Hollywood. I like to just say the name Hollywood a little bit more because it makes no sense when you're talking about football names, but Hollywood is up for a big week, so if you're a gambler, if you really like to gamble and you want to just see what happens, Marquise Brown's not a bad play, but I think Evans is the highest I have ranked right now.
Ryan wants to know Preston Williams or Dorsett in the flex and a half PPR.
I just can't bring myself to start a Miami Dolphin. I can't.
Jan Lewis. I figured that was the end of the answer.
It is. I want to have a more in-depth answer there, but I just can't do it. I just don't trust it.
Jan Lewis Rivera wants to know Lindsey, Fournette, or Chris Thompson in the flex for a PPR.
Lindsey, Fournette, or Chris Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
This is 100% Fournette for me.
Fournette's probably going to be the choice. I like the way that they kind of unleashed Phillip Lindsay a little bit last week. So if that can happen again, I think Phillip Lindsay may take over that spot going forward. But for this week, I think Fournette's still safer.
I saw a stat this past week, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but Leonard Fournette is the only running back in the NFL to have like a 20% reception share and a 90% carry share on his team. He's the only running back. The only thing that's keeping him from being higher right now is just touchdowns, and touchdowns will come. So I'm going to continue to run him out there.
Well, hopefully there's more than that that's keeping him from being high, because he probably gets tested.
George Moreno, drop Golden Tate for Campbell or Dorsett?
No. I think that the volume is going to be there for Golden Tate. I like what Dorsett's doing with the New England Patriots, but is it going to be consistent every single week? Tate should at least see volume on a weekly basis.
Goff, Jones, or Ryan this week?
Goff, Jones, or Ryan?
I've got Goff higher than the others.
I think Goff playing at home is probably a better bet.
Evans and Woods or Evans and Diggs?
Well, I think we've done the Diggs experiment here for a few weeks, and until he can start to produce, let's go ahead and just bench Stephon Diggs and go with Woods there.
Perfect. Corin Bethea again in a PPR flex, Darrell Williams or Mecole Hardman?
Who's Cole?
Who's Cole? Mecole.
Mecole. Okay.
Mecole. What did I say? Did I say something different?
No, you said it right.
Oh, okay.
I was just making you think about what you said. I think Darrell Williams is probably the safer bet because I think he sees more volume, but that big play upside is going to rest with Mecole Hardman. If you already have a lot of risk in your lineup, you may play it a little bit safer with Williams, being that Damian Williams is going to be out and Shady McCoy's coming off of an ankle injury. He may be a little bit safer, but that big play upside is still going to be with Hardman. He's like a diet version of Tyreek Hill.
Michael Alvarado. Should I trade Barkley and Aaron Jones for Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, and Alshon Jeffrey?
I mean, I hate to give away Barkley, but I mean, he's going to sit on your bench for the next few weeks. I don't know if that's somebody that I'm really excited to get, though, the package that he's getting, so I'd probably hang on to what I got.
My second cousin, twice removed, Kevin Richardson, wants to know Hardman, Richardson, or Ross in a PPR pick 2.
Hardman, Richardson, or Ross in a pick 2. Being that McLaurin's still going to play, even though he's banged up, I'd have to go with Hardman and Ross.
Okay, and I don't know Kevin. He's not my second cousin, twice removed.
But he might be.
Maybe. Scary Terry or Sony Michel in a half PPR flex?
Both options suck. Next question. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, probably Sony Michel. I mean, he's played like absolute dog turd this year so far. I don't look forward to starting him. I had him as a sit this week, but the injury to Terry McLaurin is just enough to kind of scare me off of that, especially with Case Keenum being banged up.
Ryan Garola wants to know start Boyd or Terry McLaurin.
Boyd, 100% Boyd.
Patrick Vega, we see you out there, man. Appreciate your donation. All My Girls Ugly is the name of this gentleman.
Well, hopefully
in
they
a
don't
full
know that.
PPR starting Eckler, McCoy, Shepard, Jones, and Connor at flex. He has benched Michael Thomas and Chubb because of matchups. Thought. So Eckler, McCoy, and Connor over Chubb, and Shepard and Julio over Michael Thomas. I don't think I could ever bench Michael Thomas.
Me neither. I mean, I think the big plays, the big yardage numbers may not be there for Michael Thomas, but especially in PPR leagues, I can't do it. I mean, you spent a first, second round pick on the guy. The volume is going to be there. Like I said, he may only get you 80, 90 yards a week, but the touchdown upside is huge, and he may get it on 8 to 10 receptions, so PPR, it's still a safe floor.
You got a few questions over there you want to run through real quick?
Let me go through a few. How about, should I start Winston or Goat Minshew? Which one?
Minshew.
Yeah.
Even though I don't love Minshew's matchup, I hate Winston's more.
Wow. I mean, Minshew's kind of just seems like a candy that you would get at a store. I'm going to go get me a pack of Minshew's. You know what I mean?
That's the first person I've heard say that.
I am?
I love that.
Well, I'm Kyle. I'm the first person that says a lot of things that you've probably never heard. I'm not normal.
This is true.
Demarcus Robinson or Josh Gordon for Constantino Gonzalez?
Man, I know Josh Gordon doesn't have a great matchup, but I'd rather go him over Demarcus Robinson. I know Robinson has a higher ceiling.
Got to pick one, Kyle.
I'd still lean Gordon a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
I don't love that answer either.
I don't either because
it's very close.
There's a very high likelihood that he gets matched up with Tre'Davious White for Buffalo, and that's what kind of worries me a little bit. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'm going to change it. No, I'm going to go with Robinson.
Oh, well, good, because I was just going to say I'm going to make it difficult on him because I think Robinson still has the safer, higher upside than Gordon.
I'm going to change it. Yep, okay. Robinson.
Perfect. What about let's see, Metcalf or Sutton? There's a good question. Eric Wagner, DK Metcalf or Cortland Sutton this week?
I'm going to go with Metcalf because I think Metcalf's going to find the end zone.
I do too. Going up against a banged up secondary of the Arizona Cardinals that can't stop anybody, I think Metcalf could have himself a big week this week.
My chair broke again.
Well, down he goes. Kyle is sinking, everybody. Now it looks like I'm doing a live show with an 8-year-old because he's so low.
The one thing I need to invest in is the new chair, and I just haven't had the time to go pick one out yet.
Wow.
All right, Top Dog 704 on a full point PPR. He has Vance McDonald, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be playing Monday night. So who should I go after? Maybe Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis is a good streaming option. Really, I do like Vernon Davis this week. I had him listed as a sit to begin with, but I've kind of changed it because as we've gone through the week, McLaurin has not practiced since then. So I do like Vernon Davis a little bit more this week.
I picked up Vernon Davis in one of my leagues this week, and I literally gagged when I hit the submit button. But I understand the logic. There was nothing else available. Tight end is basically a crapshoot at this point if you have to pick somebody up off of waivers, so I had to do the same thing because I had Vance also.
Adam Padilla wants to know, is he flexing Godwin or McCoy this week? I'm flexing something else.
Yeah, well, not on the
This
internet.
right here.
Oh, wow.
No. Jake, where was your mind going? Come on.
Oh, that's where I was going, and now everybody just left. Our viewership went from 1,052 people watching to 52 as soon as you flexed.
All right, Godwin or McCoy?
Man. I mean, with Godwin still going into the weekend or to the game questionable, McCoy's ankles held together, I think, with like old elementary school paper mache at this point. They both have that injury risk, so just give me the running back at that position, and hopefully I get the touches. Go with McCoy.
Excellent. We're going to run through a few quick ones here. You ready?
Yep, let's get it. Let's hit it.
All right. Ryan Rayna wants to know, he has Hopkins starting as my wide receiver 1. He needs a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Pick 2. Galladay, McLaurin, Juju, or Allen Robinson?
Galladay and Juju.
Yep. Then should I start Olsen or Mark Andrews at tight end? That's Andrews for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just because I think wide receivers in Carolina are going to have a huge week this week.
Yes, agreed.
Mitchell Adams, what do you guys think of Darrell Williams in the flex, even with McCoy starting? Williams or Hyde? Great job, dudes. Appreciate it, Mitchell.
I mean, at this point, the usage of Hyde is so up and down that I'll take Williams in the Chiefs offense, knowing that Damien's going to be sitting.
Jack Darjean.
Wow.
Probably messing that up again. Thoughts on Stephon Diggs the rest of the season?
Put him on your bench. Hopefully he can break back out. He's too good to suck this much all year long. Just don't drop him unless somebody else does something stupid and drops somebody better.
Eric Guzman wants to know, should I keep Mark Andrews in my lineup or start Austin Hooper and also start Goff or Kyler? I have Goff higher than Kyler this week, and I do have Andrews higher than Hooper.
Yep, agreed.
My swollen taint, I'll go ahead and just say it this time. Jake, can you elaborate on Shady's rankings this week? And just what are your thoughts on the Chiefs' backfield going forward?
I mean, Shady's kind of, when the rankings came out, it's really hit and miss because we didn't know at the time the extent to the ankle injury. I mean, we thought that he was not going to play much last week going into that game. And he looked, okay. Yes, he left early, but had a big game before he went out. So it's really volatile at this time of what we're going to get from Shady. At least he's more available this week than he was last week. So going in, maybe he's a little bit higher in those rankings now going into the weekend, but it's a risk every time he takes the field because the extent of that ankle injury is still somewhat unknown.
Pick one for a running back 2 for Willie Cheney, and a PPR, Josh Jacobs, Shady, or AP, running back 2.
This week is Josh Jacobs.
He says, thanks, guys. Love your content. Willie, appreciate you. Mayo LK wants to know Curtis Samuel, DK Metcalf, or John Ross.
Does it say if it's PPR or anything?
It does not.
If it's PPR, I'm going with Curtis Samuel because I think he sees the volume. If it's just a standard league, you're looking for that upside, it may be DK Metcalf.
Chris Wasado says Hooper or Disley. Disley's my tight end 1 this week.
Yes, Disley against the Arizona Cardinals could be huge. Or it could totally backfire because it makes so much sense.
Corvette Foster 40. PPR needs to Michelle Montgomery or Chris Thompson.
Michelle Montgomery or Chris Thompson. Man, it's going to be between Montgomery and Chris Thompson. If I had to take a stab at one of them, I'm going with Montgomery and hoping for the best.
Erock Zero, appreciate your donation, my man. Lionel De La Fuente, full PPR pick 2, Gurley, Eckler, Carson, or Connor. Thanks, guys. Yours the best. Lionel De La Fuente. That's how I'm going to just over and over. I'm just going to keep saying it.
Perfect.
You're the best.
Whenever you said the name, I lost all track of what the question actually was.
Gurley, Eckler, Carson, or Connor. Pick 2. Full PPR.
Eckler is definitely going to be one of them.
Yep.
Gurley and Carson are the other 2 options.
And Connor.
I think I'm going to have to go James Conner Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Florian wants to know running back 1, Ingram, running back 2, Mack. Wide receiver 1 is Cooper. Wide receiver 2 is McLaurin. Flex is Jacobs. On the bench, Lindsey, Evan, Watkins, Juju. Thoughts on what Florian should change?
Yeah, I mean, I would put Juju in and take out McLaurin at this point.
Yep, 100%. Would you put Evans over Jacobs?
Yes.
Okay. 1981 Shawshank. Thanks for your dono. Appreciate it.
Time to redeem yourself.
Perez, full PPR. Should I go with Tom Brady or Matthew Stafford? I have Stafford much higher than Brady this week.
I mean, a lot of people look at this as like, they're playing the Bills. The Patriots are going to roll them. The Bills don't suck as much as they did in the past. They're a little bit better. They're a little bit underrated.
Chris wants to know in a standard league, playing Chubb, Derrick Henry, and flexing carry on, but should I play Sterling or Hollywood this week alongside Juju, or do I bench Chubb and flex Hollywood?
Who were the two wide receivers? Juju and who?
Juju, Hollywood, and so he's already starting Juju.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but should he play Sterling or Hollywood next to Juju?
Sterling is safer. I think safer floor. If you want to go for that high ceiling, then you go with Hollywood.
Okay, he's also wondering if he should bench Chubb, put carry on in his running back position, and then flex Hollywood.
I can't do that.
Can't do that.
I can't bench Chubb. I mean, and a lot of people just think that it's just because of our preseason love of the Browns, and it's not. But this offense at some point is going to click and get a little bit better. Right now, the best option they have not named Odell Beckham is Nick Chubb.
Ebrock wants to know our favorite value play of the week. I'm going to be completely honest. If he's talking about DFS, I don't have anybody right now because I haven't dived into it yet. I know Ryan has been. Ryan, if you're out there watching, message me your value play of the week, and I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean, me and Kyle really focus on redraft all season long. If you're looking for DFS content, we offer that on our Patreon. We can't do a whole lot of DFS videos weekly here. YouTube has some weird rules, and the last thing I want to do is get striked out and have the channel shut off for sports gambling, because YouTube is a little bit crazy at times with that. So we put everything over on Patreon. If you're interested in more DFS content, that's where you need to go. There's a season-long pass there, and it is huge. People are really enjoying it. You get to go into a private DM chat with all three of us here, me, Ryan, and Kyle, and along with everybody else in that community. It's a lot of fun.
You ready? We're gonna have to start flying through these a little bit quicker now.
All right, let's go. Hit me.
You
with
ready to go? Okay, Evan Hanhart, flex Ridley or Darrell Williams?
Ridley.
Pedro Silverino wants to know, Superflex 2 of 3. Are we going with Derrick Henry, Marlon Mack, or Jacoby Brissett?
Derrick Henry. Oh,
2.
Oh, it's a Superflex, so we can get...
Superflex needs 2 of those 3. Full PPR.
Give me a Henry and Brissett.
Anthony Blake Jr. wants to know, standard Monty or Josh Gordon?
Josh Gordon.
Brian Alley wants to know, should I trade Melvin Gordon straight up for Saquon? He has Elliott.
No, keep Melvin Gordon. Why you don't want Saquon Barkley to sit on your bench for the next 4 to 6 weeks?
James Robinet, Mixon for Kittle and PPR. He has DJ. DJ is his running back 1, and OJ Howard is his tight end right now. Mixon for Kittle and PPR.
Nope, I keep Mixon.
Veneman Pelovi wants to know, Gordon or Fitz PPR flex, which one? I don't know what Gordon.
I'm guessing I'm going to say it's Josh Gordon, and I would rather have Larry Fitzgerald this week.
Brown Panther wants to know, in a PPR, Godwin or Samuels?
In a PPR, give me Samuel this week. I think he's a little bit safer with Godwin banged up.
Corvette Foster wants to know, would you pick up Callaway or Ben Watson?
Callaway. Antonio Callaway?
I'm assuming my boy A-Cal, as I call him.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I've never said that.
You've never called him that before. I would say Ben Watson, just take a stab at it if you're in need of a tight end, because you never know if he comes back here in, 2 weeks, that he could be something of some value for the Patriots.
C-Mac wants to know Lamar Jackson or Phillip Rivers. Lamar Jackson.
Yep, agreed. I think Phillip Rivers safe, though.
I have 4 of Atlanta's players on my team. Should I do it? Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman, Julio Jones, Austin Hooper. Play all of them?
I don't think I could play 4 people from one team, because if the Falcons have a bad week, you're seriously screwed the entire week in one game. But it really depends on what your other options are. I'm not going to say put in somebody crappy just to not start Austin Hooper or whoever else you have, but 4 is a little much for me.
Obelix 1127, pick one to flex. Dorsett, Fuller, Burkhead, or Shark?
It's Chark.
Baby Shark.
It's Baby Chark.
Baby Shark.
Who is it again?
Dorsett, Fuller, Burkhead, Baby Shark.
Let's go with Baby Shark. We're gonna
Ryan
pick DJ Chark.
I'm trying to trade for Mike Evans and Kerryon Johnson. Is Philip Lindsay and Amari Cooper a fair trade?
Yeah, but I'd rather keep Amari Cooper at this point.
Our man Joshua from Cali, but actually a New England fan. Competitive PPR, Edelman, Evans, Darrell Williams, Bob Woods, Curtis Samuel, or Tyrell Williams needs 3. Edelman, Evans, Darrell Williams, Woods, Samuel, Tyrell Williams.
Wow.
3.
I mean, why don't you just list your whole lineup there, Josh? Okay, so Samuel is 1. Was Evans on that list? I forget now. I mean, heck, there's so many of them. Evans is 2. And who are the other options?
Bob Woods, Daryl Williams, Curtis Samuel, Tyrell Williams.
Tyrell Williams would be my third.
Erock Zero, appreciate your donation. Deadly Voltage wants to know, is he flexing Shepard or Thielen this week?
I mean, Thielen is still... It's still Adam Thielen, but yes, the Vikings have sucked. So I think if you want to play it safe with the lower ceiling, safer floor, you go Shepard. If you want to gamble and hope for some touchdowns, you go with Thielen.
Silvio Holly wants to know, starting to Daryl Williams, Josh Gordon, Adam Thielen.
Oh, man.
I would probably say Thielen, absolutely, and then Williams if you're looking for the safer bet.
Yep, I would agree.
Max Skills 001 in a PPR flex, Mixon, Waller, or Hardman?
Mixon, Waller, or Hardman? I got to go with Mixon. He's going to get you close to 20 touches on the ground on a Monday night game against the Steelers.
Hector Prado has a tough question. Who should I start in my flex in a half PPR? Carson or Lockett? Can only start one. Thanks, guys. You all rock. Hector, you rock, but I don't think that's a tough question because it's a Lockett 100% for me.
Yep, it is. I mean, look at the thumbnail for this video. It's pop dropping Lockett for a reason. The dude is killing it.
Kim Edmond, Curtis Samuel, Christian Kirk, or James White in a standard?
Who was it? It was Kirk, White, and who was the third?
Samuel, Kirk, and White.
Give me Christian Kirk. I think that even though it's a standard league, I think the volume is enough to put him over the hump.
Anna Ingvardsen wants to know, one running back and a flex for standard: Devonta Freeman, David Montgomery, and Tyrell Williams.
Okay, Freeman and Williams are my two choices there.
Also, should I drop Mike Williams or Tyrell Williams for Golden Tate? Not Tyrell Williams.
Not Tyrell Williams, but at this point, I really like Mike Williams a lot. I had him really high preseason, but if he's injured and he's going to be a continual injury risk every single week, I don't hate swapping Williams for Tate.
Brian Lawson and a half PPR flex: Chris Carson, Philip Lindsay, or Sammy Watkins. Who goes up or who goes off? Love you guys. Brian, we love you.
Yep. So it was Watkins, Carson, and
Lindsay. Half PPR flex.
Half PPR flex. I'll probably sit Carson.
Frank D wants to know, Melvin Gordon if he plays, or Frank Gore in a half PPR.
Frank Gore, I don't like that matchup at all against New England this week, so I can't take Frank Gore.
Peter De La Cruz wants to know, in a full PPR, you got to pick two. Sammy, there's a lot of names here.
Okay.
Pick two. Sammy.
Okay.
Freeman. I don't know which one. Just as Freeman. Chris Thompson.
Okay.
Godwin, Hollywood Brown, or Allen Robinson.
I'm going to go with Hollywood Brown and Samuel.
Jason Abreu says Kyle is the tight end whisperer. I do love a good tight end.
Wow. You just said that on the live stream.
Jason, I appreciate it. You have any questions, Jake? Why don't you run through some questions
real quick before I do that? We have over 1,200 people watching right now and only 218 likes. So if we could hit that like button, we would greatly appreciate that. The 4 people that hit the dislike button can go pound dirt somewhere else because we really don't care. Yeah, let's get into some questions here. What about Landry or Duke in a PPR? At this point, the usage of the backfield of the Houston Texans is ridiculously hard to figure out, so Landry's probably a little bit safer. I do like Hyde at home a little bit more, but it's too much of a risk. Well, let's see here. Something caught my eye here. Somebody put a burrito down.
Jake, you're gonna have to take over for a second because apparently the links I'm tweeting out are not working, so I got to retweet some links.
Well, perfect. You do that. I have a question here that says Berto's Burritos or Mexican restaurant burrito. Well, if that's a Filiberto's burrito, summon Sumo Ninja, you better believe I'm hitting up some Philly Bees over there in Arizona. Let's see. What about Inman this week? I think Inman's a little bit more of maybe a DFS type of play. I don't know if I would want to trust him in my season-long league. I mean, a one-week option. I mean, if you have nothing better, but I'm not expecting huge numbers at all. PPR, flex PPR, Disley or McCoy? I mean, Disley has some huge upside this week, but McCoy is probably a little bit safer. If at all possible, I like to have running backs in at my flex spot because at least I know they're going to touch the ball 10 to 20 times depending on who that running back is. Should I start Andy Dalton or Tom Brady this week? That's a crazy question. If you would have told me 4 weeks ago I'd be deciding between Dalton and Brady, I'd probably think that you were crazy. But I think Andy Dalton is a little bit safer this week. I think there's a lot of offense on Monday Night Football going up against the Steelers. I think he's safe, and I don't really like the matchup going up against Buffalo, even though Brady's already come out and talked about how much he loves playing in Buffalo. I mean, it is Tom Brady, but Andy Dalton may be a little bit safer. Let's see here. Terry McLaurin, PPR. What does it say about it? Somebody was really sad. I even saw a crying emoji up here. I missed it. It said somebody was crying about Terry McLaurin. Don't cry. He'll be all right. Let's see. Don't stop grinding. Love the name because you know why? Kyle and I never stop grinding. Scary Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Scary Terry or Marquise Brown for your flex. Please respond. Love your videos. Well, we're responding right now, and it's 100% Marquise Brown for me. I just don't trust the injury concerns of Terry McLaurin. Plus, Case Keenum. He's been banged up all week also. Calvin Ridley or Michael Thomas. Still got to go with Michael Thomas there. Buy low on Diggs. That's not a bad option, but it really depends on what you have to give up to get him. If you can give up somebody that's on your bench and you just pick up Stephon Diggs and can stash him for a few weeks, not a bad option whatsoever. Just don't trade for him and hope to start him, this week or next week. Let's see what happens there with that offense first.
Real quick to our question a little bit ago.
Yeah.
About like a super cheap play for this week.
Yep.
Is Inman.
Oh, well, good thing I just said it was a DFS play, right, Kyle? It's
Christian Kirk and Curtis Samuel as well. So I got 3 for you there.
It's like me and Ryan were on the same wavelength when I saw the name Inman. Either that or he heard me say Inman because he's watching and copied my answer, which I would not be surprised.
Oh, wait. No, I read that wrong. I was in the wrong chat.
Oh, well, way to go.
Ryan says, from our DFS guy directly, Ryan says, my best value is either Keenan Allen or run CMC. Too much upside. Sleeper value would be Dontrell Inman at minimum price. Easy path to nice target share for GPP.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Well, at least you gave him the full context of the question. Let's see here. Are you still doing links over there?
No, I've got some questions for you, but
right,
I just lost it. So no, I got to try and find it again.
Oh, well, perfect. Scroll back to it, Kyle.
Oh my gosh. There are so many that I'm trying to scroll through right now.
How about Hardman or DK Metcalf? Both have huge big play upside. It's a non-PPR. I think both are basically 1A and 1B right there. I don't think there's a wrong option. DK Metcalf may be slightly safer going up against Arizona.
All right, you ready to fly through some of these again?
Hit me with it, big boy.
All right, Willie Cheney wants to know pick 3 in an 8-man PPR. Mike Evans, Rob Woods, Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, Scary Terry.
Evans, Moore, and
Boyd.
Boyd, yes.
You Mad Bra 99, Diggs or Hardman in a full point PPR.
Hardman.
John Ballard, trade McCoy for Russell Wilson. He has Connor, Fournette, and Cook. Cousins and Keenum are his current QBs.
Yes, because your QBs blow.
I will say I'm typically not for trading for QBs in a 1 QB league. I like that trade for you.
Yeah.
eRock008, Cook or Doyle. I've got Cook higher than Doyle for sure this week.
Even though Cook is like kind of like fantasy Ebola, like he's turning into because it's so exciting, but yet it's just killing you.
It's a good matchup. This is the last week I'm going to trust him. Paris Campbell or Darrell Williams.
Man, if T.Y. Hilton sits, I like Paris Campbell a little bit more, but I don't know if he's as safe as Darrell Williams.
Peyton Simmons says, love the channel. Keep growing, guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Peyton. Is John Ross rebounding this week? Full PPR plus distance bonus.
Yes, I think he does rebound against a Pittsburgh Steelers defense that, I think we can see a lot of offense in that game.
Shane Fuco wants to know Terry McLaurin or Watkins in a PPR.
Definitely Watkins.
Paul D wants to know starting in the flex PPR, Edelman, Brandon Cooks, or Connor.
Edelman, Cooks, or Connor. It's between Cooks and Connor for me, and Connor's going to be the safer bet because they think he sees more touches.
Joe Cotting wants to know pick 4, Amari, Edelman, Hollywood, Fitz, and Tyrell Williams.
So we're sitting one of them, right?
Yes.
All right, read them again.
Amari's definitely starting.
Yep.
Edelman's definitely starting. Then it's between Hollywood, Fitz, or Tyrell Williams. Which one are you sitting of those 3?
Just one of them I have to sit?
Yep.
Tyrell Williams.
Oh my Lord. Darrell Williams or Wayne Gallman in a full PPR from Matt Mason.
I think Darrell Williams is still a little bit safer, but Gallman should see a nice, carry share out of the backfield. I think you're just kind of boom or bust with Gallman kind of touchdown dependent there. The offense is so good in Kansas City. I'd rather have a piece of that.
Need to and PPR, Darrell Williams, Baby Shark, Diggs, or OJ Howard.
Man. Who was the very first one?
Darrell Williams, Baby Shark, Diggs, or OJ Howard.
I'm going to have to go with Baby Shark and Darrell Williams.
Trade Julio for Melvin Gordon. I have Thielen and Godwin. Absolutely not.
No, I just keep what you got. Otherwise, you're just going to lose the production at wide receiver, whatever you gain for running back.
Lane Sowell, Cup, or Beckham in my flex in a standard league.
Only one of them. I love both of them this week. I think OBJ gets the bulk of the volume in Cleveland, but I think Cup is a little bit safer. If you want safety, you go with Cup. If you want to go for that, over the top, high upside, then you go with OBJ.
Jake, we have 523 likes and we have 1,300 people watching. How many likes do you need to let it flow?
800.
We need 800 likes to let it flow. Vinaman Polevi, Gordon or Fitz in a PPR, need one for the flex. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Vin.
If it's Josh Gordon, I'm going with Fitzgerald.
Ego Capone wants to know David Montgomery or Daryl Williams flex standard.
In a standard league, man, give me Daryl Williams and let's cross our fingers.
Dylan Wilson wants to know Chubb or Henry.
Henry.
Shane Fuco wants to know, I have Eckler and Gordon. You only start Eckler? Yeah.
Yep.
Like question. Okay.
This week, yes, because I don't think Melvin sees a huge, volume this week in his first week back.
Andy says, how much for Jake to put on the junior helmet? We just listed that price, Andy. 800 likes.
That's right.
Daniel Rivolo wants to know in a PPR flex, Hollywood, Edelman, or James White?
Hollywood, Edelman. I'm going to go with Hollywood.
Anunaki?
Okay.
I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. Pick two, Chubb, Carry-On, or Mixon?
Chubb, Carry-On, or Mixon, and we pick two?
Yes.
Man.
I've never seen you take so long to answer questions.
I mean, it's hard. These ones are so close. I mean, I think Carry-On and Mixon are the two safest options, but personally, I don't know if I could sit Chubb. I'd probably go Chubb and Mixon.
Willie Chaney wants to know Steeler home versus Bengals or Ravens home against the Browns.
Give me the Steelers at home versus the Bengals.
Warren T says start Daniel Jones or Matt Ryan. I've got Matt Ryan higher this week.
Yep. I mean, Danny Dimes is look good, but let's see him look good for more than 1 week.
And a super flex, Matt Ryan or Baby Shark? Going Matt Ryan.
Yep, 100%.
Quentin Cox wants to know Ross, McLaurin, Metcalf, or Kirk.
Ross, McLaurin, Metcalf, or Kirk, only one?
Yep.
Kirk would be my pick.
Antonio Salas wants to know McLaurin, Diggs, or Dawson Knox is a flex full PPR.
Those are the three crappiest options I've ever heard.
I'd go Diggs personally.
Yeah, I mean, just take a shot on Diggs.
Marvin Jones, Kirk, or Godwin in a full PPR. Love y'all. We love you, Omar.
Full PPR, I'm going to go Christian Kirk.
We're only at 677 likes, people. We need 800. Let's go. Let's go. 1,300.
I'll let it flow till
watching.
I pass out for 800 likes.
Oh, he's going to let it flow till he passes out for 800 likes. You can do it, people. You can do it. Antonio Sal. Oh, I already did that one. Omar wants to know Marvin Jones, Kirk, or Godwin. Oh, wait, we did that one too. Eric Guzman wants to know, say Keenan is out and Haskin plays and McLaurin does. Is he still trustworthy since they are college teammates? Thank you guys for everything. Thank you, Eric.
Yep. Well, here's my take on that. Right now on the depth chart, Dwayne Haskins is not the quarterback two. It's Colt McCoy. So that's the part that worries me. What if it's Colt McCoy that goes into the game? Then I really don't like Terry McLaurin.
Only 719 likes. Come on, people. Elijah wants to know DeAndre Hopkins, Sammy Watkins, Keenan Allen for two. Keenan Allen and DeAndre Hopkins for me.
For sure. 100%. Can't sit him.
Tan Fam. Should I drop Duke Johnson for Rashad Penny? Oh, it hurts so bad.
Yes, you should.
Yep, unfortunately.
You should.
Billy Boltage says trade. Get Kittle, Godwin, and Butker. Give up Ertz, Thielen, and Lutz. So Kittle, Godwin, Butker, Ertz, Thielen, and Lutz. That's Kittle and Godwin for me still.
It's a trade, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I like the trade. I don't mind it. I think Ertz is kind of, at this point, disappointing some people. So I like the Kittle side.
Me again. Would you pick up CJ Anderson or Jay Ajayi? I would pick up Ajayi before I pick up Anderson, but I'm not going to waste space on either of them.
Yeah, not unless you have super deep benches and a lot of room for stashes. But then Jay Ajayi would be my choice.
J. Rod Schlemmer wants to know in a half PPR, pick two running backs: Mixon, Fournette, Connor Freeman.
Mixon, Fournette, Connor Freeman. I probably have to say Mixon, Fournette.
Adam wants to know Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson. That's Russell Wilson for me this week.
This week, yes.
Jay Corlone, Allen Robinson, or Stephon Diggs in a PPR.
Allen Robinson.
Roel Perez, Nick Vannett, Hawkinson, or Jared Cook in a full PPR. I have Hawkinson higher.
It's going to be TJ Hawkinson this week for me.
Robert Bravo Jr., Chris Godwin, or Terry McLaurin in the flex. Or Chris Godwin or Terry McLaurin, and then flex Kerryon Johnson or Lindsey.
I'm going to flex Kerryon, and I'm going to start Godwin and hope that he's healthy enough to go the whole game.
Mike Gear Solid, Baby Shark or Kirk, Rudolph or Kay Allen, Andrews or Ingram.
Okay, so the first question was what?
I don't understand the question. It just says Shark or Kirk, Rudolph or Kay Allen, Andrews or Ingram.
Okay, so the first one would be Kirk, and then
Rudolph or Kay Allen.
If that's Keenan Allen, it's 100%. Maybe it's
Andrews
Kyle
or Ingram.
I don't understand. There's a lot of names, but I don't know what I'm picking for.
Yeah, sorry, Mike. We're not 100% sure what you're asking. Shane Arnold wants to know, you guys are awesome. Love the content, Shane. Thank you. Who should he start in the flex? Pat Mahomes at QB, Lockett and Julio at wide receiver. Kamara is the running back. So should he go Fournette, McCoy, or risk Melvin Gordon?
Not Melvin Gordon. Give him 1 week at least. I think I go with Fournette there.
The Juxify, maybe? I don't know. Trade Hill and Mixon for either DJ or Bell or not. So Hill and Mixon for either David Johnson or Bell.
I really like Le'Veon Bell coming up the end of the season. I like that portion of it, but giving up on Tyreek Hill, the only way that you do that is if you're totally solid at wide receiver, and then I consider it.
Andres wants to know, I was offered Golden Tate for James White. It's a clear yes, right? Also, should I keep Antonio Brown?
I wouldn't keep Antonio Brown. Can you just drop Antonio Brown and keep James White and then get Golden Tate?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 1,377 people watching, and we are only at 795 likes. So there are several of you out there who have not hit the like button yet. Do it right now. Do it right now if you want to see the best 15 minutes.
Wow.
And you
I got my helmet ready. I'll even put the helmet up here.
798 people. 798. I know it's going to be 800, right? Nope, still not 800.
Wow, we're getting close.
Patrick Barnes, should I drop Mostert for Dorsett?
Yes, at this point now, because it sounds like Tevin Coleman should be back.
All right, so Jake, we are at 800 likes.
Okay.
So we are going to let it flow. However, we have quite a few questions that I need to read to you. Okay. So why don't you get ready to let it flow, and I'm going to start firing through these for you, and you're going to give me the answers, and then you're just going to roll with it when I say go.
Okay. So I'll put the helmet half on for right now.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
My helmet's half on, Kyle.
Okay. Let's go through these as quick as possible. Chris Pozo, if you have Barkley in a full PPR, would you trade Kelsey and Barkley for Hollywood, Brown, and Gurley?
No.
Pick 2, Melvin Gordon, Chris Thompson, Darrell Williams.
Ugh, gross. Chris Thompson, Darrell Williams. Give Melvin a week.
Kyle George, yo, what's up, guys? Keep up the best fantasy content on earth. I have Mark Andrews and Will Dissly in a full PPR. Who do I start?
Right now, we got Dissly as the number 1 tight end for the week.
Sammy Watkins is his flex. Would you play Mark Andrews over Sammy Watkins?
No.
Corvette Foster in a PPR wide receiver need 1. Hardman, Gordon, or Robinson?
I go with Hardman for the huge upside.
Josie wants to know, will Slay be shadowing Demarcus Robinson? I don't know that yet. I'm not 100% sure.
Not 100% sure, but as of right now, I would imagine that Demarcus Robinson would be the guy that draws Slay.
Stuart Numani, full PPR. Edelman, Ridley, Gordon, Demarcus Robinson, or Mecole Hardman need 3. Edelman, Ridley, Gordon, Demarcus Robinson, Mecole Hardman. 3 of them.
Edelman, Ridley, and Hardman.
The Antidote 10-18 full PPR, Galladay or Shepard on the flex. Thanks. You guys are the GOATs. No, you're the GOAT.
And I'm going Galladay for the touchdown upside.
Bruce wants to know, Shark or Fritz? I'm going to keep saying Shark. Or Fitz, PPR, playing the wife and already down 19 points.
Wow. You can't lose to your wife. Take the safer bet here at a full PPR and go Larry Fitz.
He says, you guys rock. Bruce, you rock. Get that win. Bryce Hartman, McLaurin or Metcalf, half PPR. Thank you. That's Metcalf.
Metcalf, yep.
Arnie Ponce, Wilson or Lamar in a 6-point TDH PPR. You guys are awesome. Arnie, you're awesome. That's Wilson for me.
Yep. Russell Wilson.
E-Rock Zero wants to know Mac or Fournette.
Mac.
Eric Guzman wants to know, say Keenum sits and Haskin plays. I think this is a repeat question. McLaurin plays. Should I still trust him since they were college teammates? We've already answered that one. It's popping up again.
As of right now, Colt McCoy is still the quarterback 2 as of right now in Washington.
Corey Godfrey in a half PPR, wide receiver and a flex. Godwin, Emmanuel Sanders, Devontae Freeman, and Andrews. Need a flex and a wide receiver.
So it was Godwin, Freeman, Andrews, and who?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Give me Freeman and Godwin.
Reality flow. Pick one. Christian Kirk, Chris Thompson, or DK Metcalf.
Kirk is my choice.
Chris Zibalippi wants to know Cup Robinson or A-Rob. R. Robinson or A-Rob. Pick 2.
I'm going with Cup, and it's Allen Robinson or DeMarcus Robinson.
Yes.
I'm going to go with a huge upside of DeMarcus Robinson.
Derek Manzi wants to know, is it running back 2 Carson or Mixon?
Mixon.
Willie Cheney wants to know, pick one in a PPR. Gallman, Darrell Williams, Sony Michel.
Darrell Williams.
Jesus wants to know, Darrell Williams. Oh, no. Darrell Williams or Hyde at the flex, and the Cowboys or Texans D.
Darrell Williams, and it was the Cowboys and the who?
Texans.
Give me the Texans.
Flex Boyd or Josh Jacobs in a standard non-PPR.
Josh Jacobs is safer.
Devin McKay wants to know in a full PPR, Robert Woods, Calvin Ridley, or Terry McLaurin for the flex.
Robert Woods, Calvin Ridley, or Terry McLaurin?
Yes.
Give me Calvin Ridley.
Josh Taylor says, I already have DeMarcus Robinson in my flex. Would you start Hardman 2 over Tyler Boyd or Adam Thielen because of the Bears matchup?
No. Nope.
Tim Tebow or Jamarcus Russell this week?
Going with Tim Tebow. Everybody do the Tebow kneel.
Mike Gear Solid sent it again. Start Kyle Allen or Rudolph. That's what it was.
Oh.
It was quarterbacks. Kyle Allen or Rudolph. I have Kyle Allen higher. And then Andrews or Ingram. I have Ingram higher.
Yep.
Lionel De La Fuente in a full PPR. Goff, Mayfield, or Rivers. Pick one. I have Rivers higher.
Yes, I agree.
Smoking Gnomes wants to know, I got Kerryon, Fournette, Kamara, Mack, and Gordon. My wide receivers are Hollywood Brown and Lockett. Should I trade a running back for a better wide receiver? Yes.
I mean, it really depends who, though. I mean, don't just give it away, you know what I mean? Because you got some solid running backs.
Brett Felker wants to know Mecole or Godwin in a PPR.
Godwin is who I have higher, but make sure you're paying attention to the injury reports to make sure he's a full go.
Jake, let it go right now.
All right.
Rip it. Let it flow. Put that helmet on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Jake. Throw some hand clapping emojis in there. Throw some fire emojis in there. It is time for the best content that you will find.
All right, we ready?
Let's let it flow. 3, 2, 1. Let it flow.
All right, Delaney Walker, Austin Hooper. Going with Hooper Pooper this week. And what about Waller or Ingram? That's 2 great choices, but we're going balls to the Waller this week. How about Gordon or Metcalf? I think Metcalf's upside and safety is a little bit higher. Josh Gordon can see more volume. Cooks or Mack in a PPR for flex? Give me Mack all the way there. Play Melvin Gordon tomorrow. No, I'm going to give him 1 week because we have no idea how many touches he's actually going to get. Watkins or Galladay? I think Galladay's a little bit safer there. Also, should I try to trade Melvin Gordon high, but I also need a strong running back 1, 2, and tight end? No, if you need a running back, then keep Melvin Gordon. He's one of the best in the league. Standard, Kenny Stills or Adrian Peterson? Going with Kenny Stills because Adrian Peterson may turn 54 this week. Let's see here. What about D. Williams? So I'm guessing it's Darrell Williams or Mark Andrews in a full PPR. I may gamble a little bit right there and go with Mark Andrews. DJ Chark, DJ Moore, every DJ possible in the NFL, or Julian Edelman, full PPR pick 2. I'm going with DJ Moore and Julian Edelman this week. Full PPR for my flex spot: Woods, Samuel, Hardman, Darrell Williams. I can only pick 1. Ouch. I'm gonna go with Curtis Samuel there. I think he has a great game this week. What about oh wow, now it's really going fast. Ebron or Knox Flow? Well, we're flowing as fast as we can flow right now because this comment section is crazy. I'm gonna go with Ebron this week. Rex Burkhead or Devontae Freeman, half PPR. James White is back, so Rex Burkhead takes the dive a little bit, going with Devontae Freeman. We have Moore, Mack, or Dorsett. If I can only choose one, I'm going to go with Mack. Kyle just spilt water all over his studio. I saw it, even though I'm paying attention to the comment section. Let's go. Everybody, tell Kyle, great job for dropping water all over electrical equipment. How about get it, brother? Yep, absolutely, we're trying to. Dak or Brady at QB? Gotta go with Dak this week. Marquise Brown or Larry Fitzgerald? PPR leagues, give me Fitz. If it's standard, give me Marquise Brown. Start or sit Melvin Gordon again? Nope, we're still sitting him. John Ross. or Darrell Williams, I think it said. I'm going to go with John Ross there in that matchup. Moore, Mack, or Dorsett. If I can only pick one, I'm going to go with Mack. Tyrell Williams or Paul Richardson in standard. I think Tyrell Williams is a little bit safer just because we don't know about the quarterback situation in Washington right now. Dak or Brady at QB, still going to be Dak, half-point PPR. Fitzgerald, Hardman, or McCoy. If I can only pick one in a half-point PPR, I'm going with Fitz. Rodney Everett is just LOLing out of control. Rodney, keep it together. Pick one. Chark, Mixon, or Dissly for your flex. Gonna go with Joe Mixon. Dissly or Olsen? Dissly is number one for us here this week. It sounds crazy. Why? Because his name is Will Dissly, but we're still starting him as our number one tight end. Edelman or Carrion? Give me Carrion because I imagine it's for a flex. Mike Evans or Tyrell Williams? Given their matchup this week, it's a full PPR. Can't sit Mike Evans right there. Carlos Hyde or Damian Williams? I got to go with Hyde because why? Damian Williams isn't playing. Metcalf or Ridley? Ridley's a little bit safer, coming off a bad week, looking for a rebound. Is Duke Johnson droppable? Yes. At this point, yes, he is. McLaurin or Galladay? Give me Galladay. McLaurin's not 100%. Kirk, Waller, Edelman, half-point PPR. I like a few of those choices, but Christian Kirk's going to be my choice here out of that group. Should I start Mike Evans or Scary Terry? Still sticking with Mike Evans. Scary Terry is not 100%. He's like half Terry at this point. Waller for Derrick Henry. If you have an elite tight end already, then sure. If you're trading balls to the Waller and now your tight end's going to be, Jeff Swaim, then no, you don't. Odell or Sammy Watkins? Got Odell higher as of right now. Waller or Dissly? Still going to go with Dissly, but we like both of them. Fitzgerald or Calvin Ridley? If it's a PPR, I'm going with Fitz. Standard, give me Calvin Ridley. Running out of breath here, so we're going to keep on going. Daniel Jones or Brady? I mean, I don't think I'd ever have to choose between Daniel Jones or Tom Brady, but as of right now, Daniel Jones is kind of intriguing for me this week. Keenum or Josh Allen? Ugh. Give me Josh Allen because Keenum's banged up. Andrews or Davis at the tight end? 100% Andrews. If Godwin is out, Dorsett or Mecole Hardman in a full PPR? Give me Mecole Hardman. Waller for Derrick Henry again? Already answered that question. Freeman or James White? Still giving me Devontae Freeman there. Sanu or Landry? I think Landry still has to be the choice there. Also, White or Burkhead? I'm going to go with White coming back this week. Will Hilton suit up? Still unknown. It's going to be a game-time decision, but I don't think I would start him anyway. You don't want to start him and have him come out of the game after 2 plays because he screws your entire fantasy day. And I'm done. Whew.
That was above average.
I have no idea what you're saying, Kyle, because my mic or my earplugs came out. Now I can hear you.
I said that was above average to good.
Above average to good? God. I'll say some choice words on the internet.
I'm going to read off some more questions.
Perfect. I haven't answered any questions in a while. Let's get to some questions, Kyle.
I'm going to answer a question and then you can say agree or disagree. How's that sound?
Okay, let's do it.
So, Mecole or Godwin this week? I'm still going to go with Godwin.
Yes.
Royce Freeman or Darrell Williams? I'll go with Darrell Williams.
Agreed.
Carr, Dalton, Goff, Mann, Jones, pick 2. I don't know what Mann is, but that's going to be Dalton and Goff for me.
I'm going to go with the man because the man can never be wrong.
Short fat dude wants to know, would you drop Diggs for McLaurin or Shark? Oh.
No, I can't drop Diggs yet.
I can't drop him yet. We've seen Devontae Adams suck and then blow up. We've seen Mike Adams suck and then blow up.
No,
right?
Mike Evans we've seen suck. Mike Adams, I've never seen him play wide receiver.
I didn't say Adams. I said Evans.
You said Adams.
I don't care. People are going to agree with you, so I'm not even going to look at the chat. So no. Brandon Cooks or Edelman in a half PPR. I'm going with
Cooks.
Yeah. Yep. McLaurin or Burkhead in standard.
Ugh. Neither. There's got to be a better option. If there's not, you just cross your fingers, pray to the fantasy gods, and put in Terry McLaurin.
Honestly, if Burkhead is an option, I'm dropping Burkhead and I'm going with somebody else on waivers, depending on whose waivers is. Burkhead only has a ton of value for me if James White or Sony Michel are not playing.
Yes, I agreed.
He also says, Ryan says, fantasy headliners rule. Smash that like, Ryan. Appreciate my man. Stewart, Numani, full PPR, Chubb, Carson, or Darrell Williams. Need 2, unless you would put one in the flex over Edelman, Gordon, Ridley, Hardman, or Robinson. Oh, my Lord. So many people. Chubb and Carson over Darrell Williams for me.
Yes, agreed.
C-Mac, pick 3. Eckler, Hack, Mac.
It's one of
Lord.
those.
Marlon Mack. Eckler, Marlon Mack, Henry, Gurley, Carson, and carry on. We're picking 3. Eckler for sure.
Henry, 2.
Henry is 2. And then Marlon Mack over Gurley.
Yeah, I have Gurley, I think, ranked 20th this week, which is ballsy.
Goff or Danny Dimes from Zach. I'm going with Goff.
Give me Goff.
Then he sends just a dono, so we appreciate that. UMad Bra 99, White, Gallman, or Ross in a half-point PPR. I'll go with White in the half PPR over Ross.
Yeah, I mean, Gallman may get some work out of the backfield, too. He kind of be like a safe play, but he's not going to be very exciting.
Reese Productions, Brady, Jones, or Brissett. That's going to be Jones for me this week.
Danny Dimes.
Brett Felker wants to know, Manuel Jones, he's grown. I don't get that.
I don't even know who Emmanuel Jones is, but we'll take it as a compliment.
Zach Hyenberg wants to know Godwin or Richardson in a full PPR. I'll still go Godwin over Richardson.
Yep.
Ryan tossing another dono out there just to let us know. Haha, great answer, guys. To the waiver wire I go.
Well, perfect.
Stimple tosses out the $1 dono. Stimple, we appreciate that, man. Jake, any questions over there we need to answer?
Sure. I mean, I don't think we're ever short of questions on this channel, Kyle.
I don't think the people are giving us nearly enough work.
Well, Chaz King has a very difficult question. I'm going to ask you, Kyle, because I don't know if I could go against the first. He has Christ Thompson. I don't know if I can ever pick
boxers or briefs. What?
No, Christ Thompson or Devontae Freeman in a full PPR. Can you choose against Christ? I mean, if you do that, you're going to pay the price at some point. No, I'm just
don't bench Christ.
You can't bench Christ. But you know what, Chaz? To be completely honest, it's going to be Devontae Freeman. Edwards or Ingram? Edwards or Ingram? Edwards.
Is it Ingram with an I or an E?
An E. So it's Evan.
Well, it's I don't care. It's Ingram for me.
Yeah.
He's tight end too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, give us Ingram. Larry Fitz or DJ Moore at a flex spot?
Oh, I like DJ Moore to score him a touchdown this week.
I do, but it kind of depends. If it's a full PPR, I like Larry maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
It's Curtis Samuel or Philip Dorsett for Sahil Doshi. For me,
Samuel.
It's Samuel. Yep, I like Samuel a lot this week. Sterling Shepard or Adam Thielen in a full PPR? It's really close. I like Sterling Shepard a lot this week. It's hard to sit Adam Thielen, but if you have a lot of safe plays in your lineup, I don't hate putting in Sterling Shepard this week. John Ross or Philip Dorsett? I'm gonna go with Philip Dorsett. I think he's a little bit safer because I think Josh Gordon and Julian Edelman garner the bulk of the defensive attention.
Everybody, Jake just sent me a message and he said for 1.1 thousand likes, he'll let it flow again.
Pretty sure I was reading and did not type that, but we're over probably 1,000 now. Kyle does not care about my well-being whatsoever.
985.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gee, thanks for leaving me out there to hang, Kyle. All
right, I got a few more for you. Mike Gearsolid needs you to pick a defense. Panthers, Colts, Falcons, Browns, or Broncos?
Wow. I mean, hang on a second. Falcons?
Yep.
Who is next?
Colts,
okay.
Panthers,
Okay.
Browns,
Okay.
the Broncos.
Man, that's tough. I don't really love any of them. Give me the Broncos and cross your fingers.
So I have we have questions that we need to go through, but Ryan O'Connell, our DFS guy, just sent me some weather concerns for tomorrow.
Okay, what do you got?
So LA at Miami. It's going to be a breezy day in Miami. Winds should come in right around or over 15 miles per hour with gusts closer to 25 miles per hour. So it might be something to keep an eye on. Jacksonville at Denver. It's looking like a really windy day in Denver. On the low end, 15 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds with wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. And there's also gusts that could reach close to 40 miles per hour. That's a game that I'm not going near. If that's correct, I don't want anybody. Do what?
Which game is that?
That's Jacksonville at Denver.
I mean, really, you're not going to go towards that game too much anyway.
Yeah.
Unless it's on the ground.
But we've talked about Cortland Sutton. We've talked about Emmanuel Sanders, Baby Chark. has also been a
Baby
question.
Chark, 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 Chark.
Baby Chark, 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 Chark.
All right, we're done.
Okay, sorry. Those are the weather concerns.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for throwing those out there, Kyle.
Okay, real quick, let's get back to some of these questions. Kyle George, Disley or Andrews for my tight end? I've got Disley at tight end 1 in a full PPR. Should I put one in my flex? My flex is Watkins. Would you flex Andrews over Watkins?
No, probably not.
All my girls ugly. I can't. Full PPR pick 2. Shepard, Michael Thomas, or Chubb?
Michael Thomas is for sure one of them. And now it's between Shepard and Chubb.
Shepard, Chubb.
Shepard, Chubb. I'd have to go with the running back there and go with Chubb.
That's what she said.
That's right.
Lennon Machado. Start David Johnson or James Conner in a PPR?
I think James Conner is the safer option this week, but I think I have David Johnson as a higher upside pick.
Tyler Hinkle, we appreciate that donation. My man, that was Gavin, but I can't find Gavin anymore. Where'd you go, Gavin? Gavin Johnson, Daniel Jones or Phillip Rivers with amazing matchup. Still have Phillip Rivers over Daniel Jones. Also, Dorsett or Darrell Williams in a PPR is the flex with 4 X's. Thanks, boys, as always. You're welcome, Gavin.
Flex quadruple X. So it's Darrell Williams or Phillip Dorsett?
Yes.
I think Williams is a little bit safer there.
Rhett Hayes wants to know in the full PPR, Chubb, Mack, and Mixon are his running backs. Who should I start? Should I start my third running back at flex or start Shepard or Hardman at the flex? Love you guys. We love you, Rhett. I think people just want us to tell them that we love them, which is okay with me. I'm fine with that.
I mean, those are 3, stud running backs right there. I don't think I could sit any of those guys this week.
Raul Negron wants to know in a full PPR, Boyd or McLaurin at the flex. 100% Boyd.
Yep, absolutely. If McLaurin was healthy, it'd be a lot closer, but he's not.
Tan Fam says Cowboys or Saints and told me to stop dropping my water.
So Cowboys or Saints, who's going to win?
I don't know. I'm guessing defense. I'd go Cowboys.
If it's the defense, yes, it's Cowboys. Who's going to win the game? I think it may also be the Cowboys.
Jack B says, can't thank y'all enough for the advice. Jack B, we appreciate, my man. Thank you so much. Willie Cheney, pick 2, Paris Campbell, Emmanuel Sanders, or Stephon Diggs. Phone.
I'm going to be bold here, and if T.Y. Hilton sits, I'm going with Campbell and who's the other one, Shepard?
Yes.
Yes, that would be my 2, and I'm going to sit Diggs.
No. Campbell or Sanders or Diggs.
I'm going to go with Campbell and Sanders over Diggs this week.
Standard flex, Gurley or Diggs or McLaurin. Man, I know you don't want to play Gurley this week, but this has got to be Gurley.
That one's got to be Gurley.
DJ Eddie wants to know DJ Chalk.
DJ Chalk. Oh, never mind.
That doesn't work that way. James White or Stephon Diggs in the flex.
Neither really excite me too much, especially even though I'm on the internet. But I'd have to go with James White.
He also wants to know Matt Ryan or Daniel Jones. I've got Matt Ryan higher this week.
Okay. Agreed.
Oh, Assassin 38-0. Brandon Cooks, Thielen, Galladay, John Ross, pick 2. Galladay for sure, I think.
And
Cooks over Thielen?
Yep. I think I have to go Brandon Cooks over Thielen.
Dylan Clark wants to know Hardman, Gordman, Chark, Brown, standard scoring, non-PPR.
Hardman, Gordon, Chark, and Brown?
Yep.
Hardman, Gordon, Chark. Hardman and Chark.
Johnny LA39, 1 QB and 1 tight end. Jones, Jackson, or Goff, still going Jackson. Witten or Hawk, I'm going Hawk.
Okay.
Brandon Hubbard, Tyrell Williams, Curtis Samuel, or Mecole Hardman, pick 1.
Say him again.
Tyrell Williams, Curtis Samuel, or Mecole Hardman.
I think Curtis Samuel is still the safest option.
Justin Gomez wants to know in a half flex spot, Marquise Brown, Hardman. But I'm just going to start pronouncing them all weird. Brown, Hardman, Boyd, or Williams. Just
Boyd.
to mess with you.
Yeah, because it's totally throwing me off my game here. I'm going to go with Boyd, though.
We have been live for an hour and 4 minutes, and we still have 1,359 people watching right now.
Hi, everyone. Hey, just a reminder, we just hit 70K, and we greatly appreciate you guys. And if you'd like a chance to win $1,000 cash, if you're watching this right now, there's a link down in the description. We're giving away $1,000 cash money going to somebody. So make sure you go watch that video after this live stream. Get yourself entered into that contest. You don't want to miss out on free money. Why? Because free money is the best kind of money. Am I right,
Jake,
Kyle?
we're at 1,000 likes.
Yeah, but you said 1,100, and I don't see the .1 on it. Trust me, I'm watching it on my phone, Kyle, because you signed me up for this without me knowing. So
Let's go. We have 1,357 people watching and only 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1.1 because if you want to see Jake put on a small child-sized helmet and answer fantasy football questions as fast as possible, that's the only way to do it, folks.
Yep.
We've got another question here. Jonathan Nixon, Shady or Sony in Flex?
Shady, 100%. I don't trust Sony yet.
Yep.
He's sucked this year.
Jonathan was at a wedding, but he's glad that he made it. Jonathan, that was basically me during week 2.
Heck yeah. I'm sitting here going, come on, Kyle, get home, because I thought I was going to be by myself.
Brennan Ball wants to know if it's Gerald, Gordon, or Sanders at the Flex in a standard league.
Gerald?
Fitzgerald.
Oh, Fitzgerald. I'm like, who the hell is Gerald?
I
mean, he sounds like I'm going to go with Fitzgerald.
Trippy Rospo wants to know Chark, Devin Smith, McLaurin, Diggs, Landry, pick 3. Ugh.
I mean, you're going to have to read them slower than that if you want me to pay attention to you.
Chark.
Okay.
Devin Smith.
Okay.
McLaurin.
Okay.
Diggs.
Okay.
Landry.
Chark and Landry.
Pick 3.
Chark and Landry, and I refuse to pick the third. I roll the dice with Diggs and just hope for the best.
That's what I was going to say too.
Yeah.
Isidro Zunia. Oh boy, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing that one. Cohen, Landry, or John Brown in the flex. Give me some John Brown this week. Don't do that.
But it's a tough deal. The Patriots defense has been solid. I mean, that's what worries me. We're hoping for one big play from John Brown, so let's get it.
Okay, so Summon Ninja or Sumo Ninja 02 says channel support, love the channel, appreciate the grind. Well, we thank you for that. When you're in Arizona, he's got a Filiberto's burrito for us.
What?
I have never been to Arizona, but Jake, you have to go there like after the first of the year, correct?
Can't wait. Yep, I'm in Arizona at least once a year. At least once. Sometimes multiple times a year. And you better believe it, the first place I go after leaving Sky Harbor Airport in downtown Phoenix is Filiberto's. And I get myself an Arizona burrito, and it's amazing. Anyway.
Summon Ninja, I think you need to send an email to our email, thefantasyheadliners@gmail.com, just so Jake has your contact information, can let you know. And then he said it's time for me to let it flow. People aren't here for that.
For you to let it flow?
Yeah. People aren't here for that.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could.
No, people aren't here for that. They're here for you.
Well, they can put in the comment section, who do you want to let it flow? Because I have a feeling as soon as I
You're
refresh...
at 1.1 anyway. People are going to say Jake. If anyone puts down Kyle for let it flow, I've got questions about your current stability because we all know that's not true.
So does that mean I got to get the helmet again?
You got to get the helmet again.
I threw it on the ground after last time. Hang on.
Anton says if we come to Australia, he'll buy us a beer and a hot dog. I'm going to tell you right now, if I ever come to Australia, I'll take you up on that, but I won't have the beer.
I mean,
give me a soda pop.
I would love to come down under, but the problem is I'm terrified. Kyle, this is why you and me get along, Kyle. We're literally like 12-year-olds mentally. But anyway, back to your question. If I could get to Australia, I would love to, but I'm terrified that a snake is going to eat me in Australia. I've seen
what
videos.
In the hell is I'm sorry, I apologize. People are literally putting Kyle over and over again in the chat.
I told you. Who wants to see Kyle let it flow? How about if I do it, will you do it again? How about we both do it?
Both of us do it?
Yes, I'll do it, and then as soon as I stop and pass out, you got to pick right up where I leave off.
Let's do it. Let's go.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, we got to get caught up on these other questions real quick.
Hurry up, rapid fire. Let's go, rapid fire.
Now I can't see anything.
Well,
son of a gun. Now I'm lost. Hold on. Hold on, people. Drop Hyde for Breida.
Yes-ish. I think Breida loses value, though, with Coleman coming back.
Freeman or Devonta Freeman or Mecole Hardman in the flex?
Freeman.
Dylan Clark, follow up. Between Hardman and Shark, only one.
Hardman.
Okay. Also got Mack and Ingram as starts and Fournette in the flex. Should he switch that out?
No.
Reese wants to know why Jones over Brissett. Upside. Jones has It is going to pick up some yards on the ground, potentially score a touchdown.
And think about it, with no Barkley in the backfield, they're going to have to throw more.
Thielen, Dorsett, or Gurley, standard flex, and Walker or Hockenson at tight end. Delaney Walker's over Hockenson for me.
And then
Thielen, Dorsett, or Gurley in a standard flex.
I think I got to go Thielen there still.
Juju or Fournette for Ingram.
Is that like a trade?
For Fournette or Ingram. Juju for Fournette or Ingram. Start Gallman or D Free.
I would start Devontae Freeman, but I don't understand the first question.
Juju over both of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Pick one: Chark, McLaurin, or Dorsett.
Chark, McLaurin, or Dorsett. Chark.
Pick two: Woods, Demarcus Robinson, Godwin, Ross. No PPR.
Woods, Demarcus Robinson, John Ross.
Godwin.
And Godwin. Well. Yeah, Godwin is my choice for one of them. I have to pick two of them.
Woods, Demarcus Robinson, or Ross.
Demarcus Robinson.
Simple wants to know in a full PPR. Pick two: Diggs, Godwin, A-Rob, or DJ Moore.
Diggs, Godwin,
A-Rob, DJ Moore.
DJ Moore and Godwin.
And then the Slechta, Ridley for Moore, then plug Moore for Godwin. That sounds like a statement, not a question.
Yes.
I'm confused.
If you're confused, I'm totally confused because you're smarter than me.
Ridley for Moore. If it's DJ Moore, I'm playing DJ Moore over Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
Personally. And then plug Moore for Godwin.
I'm thinking what they're saying then is start the first two and sit Godwin, which I would not do.
Okay. All right. Let's go, Jake. Let it flow.
All right. Hang on. I got to get my helmet on, Kyle.
Just do it.
Are you going to get ready? Because as soon as I stop, you got to start.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, people. Double flow. This is like,
Ew.
Yeah, not the same time.
My chair just went down again.
Well, all right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Kyle's helmet is way too big. This is embarrassing. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Michael Thomas or I think that said James White, but it went too fast. Mac or Watkins? Give me Mac. Philip Lindsay or Christian Kirk in a full PPR? Going with Christian Kirk. Greatest fantasy football duo on the planet. Appreciate that, ugly dude. Stafford or Dalton? Who you taking, Kyle?
Dalton.
All right, perfect. Cooks or Mecole? Going with Cooks there. Full PPR. One wide receiver spot left. Risk it with Edelman or McLaurin. Both questionable, or go with Sanders. I'm losing my voice here, but I'm going to have to. I'm losing it already. I'm going with Edelman. Brissett or Dalton? Going with Dalton. Shady or Chubb at the running back 2? Give me Chubb. Taking a drink of water because I forgot to do it before I started. Stafford or Allen? I like Stafford a little bit more this week. Carry-on or Galladay, half PPR flex. I think the higher upside is Galladay. If you want to play it safe, then you go with Carry-on Johnson. Mark Andrews or Delaney Walker? I like both this week, but give me Mark Andrews. Thomas or Juju in a standard league? If I can only pick one, I go Juju, but I like both of them. DK or DeMarcus Robinson? The upside's a little bit higher for DeMarcus Robinson, but I'd have to go with DK Metcalf as the safer play. McLaurin, Woods, DJ Moore. I can pick two. Sit McLaurin. Go with Woods and DJ Moore. Randall Cobb, Philip Dorsett, or Paul Richardson in your PPR flex. Gross. I don't know who I want out of any of those people. But if I had to choose one, I kind of risk it and go with Philip Dorsett. Kyler or Danny Dimes? Ugh. I kind of like the rushing upside. Do they release Kyler a little bit more? I'm going with Kyler Murray. Trade Melvin for Bell? No, I wouldn't do that. I think Melvin Gordon is his top option rest of the year. Lindsey or Mixon? Give me Mixon. Lockett or Carry-On? Give me Pop, Lockett, Mockett. Or no, Pop, Drop, and Lockett. That's what it is. John Brown or Cortland Sutton? Going with Cortland Sutton, but pay attention to the weather reports before the game. Shepard or Godwin? Give me Godwin, but only by a hair. I need a tight end. Should I trade Lockett for Austin Hooper? No. Keep Tyler Lockett. And last one, half PPR, one slot, Hardman, Woods, or Moore. Give me DJ Moore. Kyle, go.
Sutton or John Brown? I'm going with John Brown. Tom Brady or Daniel Jones? I'm going Daniel Jones. Darrell Williams or Metcalf? I'm going Metcalf. Will Dissly or Demarcus Robinson in the flex? Going with Dissly. Chris Thompson or Scary Terry? I still would go with McLaurin and risk it over him. Carry-On or Connor? I'll go with Carry-On. Will Dissly or Demarcus Robinson? I already answered that one. Pick two. Dissly, Mark Andrews, Chris Carson. Dissly and Andrews for me, which is odd picking one over at running back. Freeman or Hyde at running back? Freeman. Standard, Mark Andrews or Marvin Jones in the flex? I'll go Marvin Jones this week. I think he scores a touchdown. Hockenson or Witten for tight end? Hockenson. Tyrell Williams or Kenyon Drake? Tyrell Williams. Disley, I've already answered that one. Chris Carson or Mixon, running back 2 in a full PPR, going with Mixon. Cooks, Hollywood, or Fournette, pick 2. I'll go with Cooks and Fournette this week. Watkins or Lockett, I'm going with Lockett 100%. Mecole Hardman or Sterling Shepard in the flex, I'll go with Sterling Shepard in PPR, Hardman in standard. Darrell Williams or Howard, I'm going with Darrell Williams. Daniel Jones or Phillip Rivers, I'm going with Phillip Rivers. Disley or Hawkinson, I'm going with Disley. Diggs or John Brown, I'm going with John Brown. Minshew or Falco, I don't think it's Falco. What are you pointing at?
I'm just saying you're killing it right now. Keep going. Don't
Chris
stop.
Thompson or Gallman, I'm going to go with Gallman. Mecole Hardman or Christian Kirk, I'll go with Christian Kirk. In a PPR, Hardman in a standard. Demarcus Robinson, Marvin Jones, or John Ross in a half PPR. Pick one. I'll still take Marvin Jones. Fitz. I lost that one. Lindsey, they've gone crazy. I can't stop them anymore. Should I pick up DJ Moore from free agency? Yes, 100%. Hawkinson or Ridley? Calvin Ridley for me. Chris Thompson or John Brown in a standard. John Brown. Cooks or Kerryon Johnson? I'll go with Cooks for upside there. Damn, Kyle's got the flow. Yes. Hyde or Darrell Williams. I'm going to go with Hyde. Gurley or Tyrell Williams. I'm going to go with Gurley. Pick 2, Edelman, Hollywood, Cooks. I'm going with Edelman and Cooks. Galladay or Brandon Cooks. I'm going to go with Galladay just barely, I guess. Where's your little helmet at? You could be twinsies. I don't have a little helmet. Flex, Godwin, Hyde, or Landry in a non-PPR. If I have to go with one, I'm going to go with Godwin. Should I start Kyler or stream QB? Start Kyler. Pick one, Adrian Peterson, Terry McLaurin, or Dontrell Inman. I'm going to go with Inman. Connor, Carson, or Ingram, and Connor. Gurley or Edelman, going with Gurley. Thielen, sit. If so, Hardman, Brown, or McLaurin. I'll go with Thielen still. Drop Damian Williams for John Ross. Yep, I'm okay with that because Damian Williams isn't getting his job back. Flex Lockett or Jacobs in standard. Going to go with Lockett. Chris Thompson or John Brown in standard. Going with John Brown. Scary Terry or Hawkinson. Going with Hawkinson. Did this show just get better? No, it's always been this good. Golden Tate, a pickup in a PPR 10 team. Yes. Scary Terry or Kirk, going with Kirk. Robinson or Ridley, going with Ridley. DJ Shark or Landry, going with Shark, but check those weather reports again, like we said. Chark, Ridley, or DK in a full PPR, going with DK. Watkins, Ridley, Thiedman, Hardman. Pick 2, I can't even talk anymore. Ridley and Thielen.
That, woo! That one got me excited, Kyle. That was awesome. That was the best flow you've ever had.
I got my helmet stuck.
Take your glasses off and then put. This is this is embarrassing.
Do you like my hair now?
You look like you belong in a boy band from like the 90s.
Bye 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 bye.
It's like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber right now. What's going on over there? I mean, this is totally gonna... We just flowed for like 5 minutes. Kyle, you were on fire.
My God, I'm so hot.
Look at all the fire emojis coming in. I mean, that has me excited. It is 10:20 on the East Coast right now. I don't sleep a whole lot, but right now I am totally jacked up. I'm like,
holy crap.
I'm like JoJo, the little circus boy that's all hopped up on Mountain Dew right now because that was amazing.
Man, I am hot, and there's still over 1,200 people chilling with us right now.
That was awesome.
All right, Jake, we got a few that we have to take care of here real quick. I got to find out where we were at, though. Hold on. Okay, Mark Malera wants to know, there was someone that kept typing in the chat, pronounce my name, but I missed it. I couldn't see who it was.
It's right here. It says he'll bet me a Filiberto's burrito. I can't pronounce his name correctly. It's Bopalope Dumbledorf.
Oh, yep, that's who it was.
Bopalope Dumbledorf.
And half PPR, pick 2, who to flex, Ridley, Shepard, Lockett, or Marquise Brown. Lockett 100%, and then you go Ridley, Shepard, or Marquise.
If you want to gamble, you go with Marquise. If you want to play it a little bit safer, I think you go Shepard.
McLaurin or Devontae Freeman in the flex from Raymond M.
Freeman, 100%.
Henry Chan dropping a couple donos. Scary Terry or Kirk?
Kirk, 100%, because Scary Terry's not 100% healthy.
And then thoughts on Devontae Adams?
It absolutely sucks because you were kind of disappointed for a couple weeks. He came out and was on fire, killing it, kind of like Kyle with his Let It Flow here just a second ago. And now he's probably going to be out about 4 weeks at least with turf toe, which sounds like the worst injury ever. I mean, it's a toe.
I thought you said I was going to be out for 4 weeks.
No, that's entirely possible. By the end of the show, you may be like, Jake, I'm done. Like, I'm going on IR. I mean, it would not surprise me whatsoever.
Dennis Saucier says, Jake, you remind me of Seth Rogen.
Who said that? Dennis?
Dennis. He said, great job, guys.
Dennis, I am way cooler than Seth Rogen.
And better looking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have hair. How can you say, look, he has got like a lot of hair? I don't have a lot of hair.
I don't see it. I don't understand it. I don't get the Seth Rogen comparison.
Nobody on earth has ever said that until YouTube videos. Ever.
People have said I look like Aaron Rodgers. I don't really see that one either. I'm also better looking. Dylan Clark wants to know Jones or Brady. I'm going with Jones.
I mean, it sounds super crazy and stupid, but yeah, Jones is probably a little safer.
Dirk Bike Addict says, you're so hot right now.
In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I wake up looking like this, so.
This takes work.
This takes no work. This rolls out of bed. Okay. That's why they refer to me as Kyle Richardson's sex icon.
Nobody has ever said that. Ever. Like,
I just did.
Like, you're the first person on earth to ever say that.
Oh, man.
Somebody just said something about Kyle and squirrel nuts. Kyle's boy band is something about blind squirrel nuts or something like that.
Oh, whew.
A lot of people don't even know about the blind squirrel nuts story. So, you know the saying, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, or however it goes? Kyle was like on a show live and said blind squirrel nuts. And ever since then, nobody's forgotten about it. So, Kyle's boy band name, Blind Squirrel Nuts.
Kyle Anton says Kyle and the Squirrel Nuts for my
Kyle and the Squirrel Nuts.
Oh, I know a lot of people have fantasy football questions, but ladies and gentlemen, we're just chilling for a second because I'm burning up. We've been doing this for an hour and 22 minutes. I literally could do this the rest of the night.
We have a show to record after this, Kyle.
When are we going to do a 24-hour stream? Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, here it is. Here it is. You want to know when? I'll tell you when.
When?
When we hit 100,000 subscribers, we do a 24-hour stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see a 24-hour stream, what kind of emojis do we want to see for that?
An eggplant.
Eggplant emojis for a 24-hour stream plus 100,000 likes. So y'all should head out there.
Actually, can we change that to a fire? Can we change it to a fire emoji?
Do what?
Can we change it to a fire emoji?
No, we've already said it.
But the eggplant just came to my mind because it was the first one on the screen because Daniel had 3 eggplants and then Devontae Freeman or Gallman. It was his question. So I'm going to say Devontae Freeman, and he has Mack and Kamara starting. But, I mean, that's the only reason I said it, but now I'm kind of starting to regret it.
Mike C said you should post a weekly DFS PPR lineup. Mike C, we actually on Patreon, we do have a DFS subscription, $20 a month. We've been killing it over there. Ryan O'Connell heads up that section of the fantasy headliners and helps out with the DFS content. So we don't do anything on YouTube for DFS because YouTube has crazy rules for what we can and can't post. So eggplant emojis are just blocked?
Apparently. So stop with the eggplant emojis because everybody who's sending them, they're hiding them. Stop sending eggplant emojis. Go with fire. Fire is better. Don't spam it either because YouTube will block you. Don't do that. Just send it one time, but go switch to fire. Everybody, switch to fire quickly. Quickly, people, go to fire.
Before we get taken down.
Go to fire.
Painting Paul says, hi, guys. Jake, you are awesome. Kyle, not so much. Just kidding. You guys are great. That's like the 100th time he's said that. So switch to fire emojis before we get banned from the internet. Hold on. We've got some more questions we've got to answer. Willie Cheney wants to know, pick one, Mark Andrews, OJ Howard, or Vernon Davis. Still Mark Andrews for me.
Yes.
Free agent DJ Moore for Ridley. Start DJ over Godwin.
DJ Moore over Godwin?
Yes. Should he pick up DJ Moore and drop Calvin Ridley and then start DJ over Godwin?
I mean, that's got to be like a 6-team league right there to have him available.
Michael Garton says, hey, was that an answer?
Not really, but you started to go. I mean, I'd have to go with Godwin still.
Michael Garton says, hey, new to the channel this season. Welcome to Headliner Nation. Love the content. We appreciate that. QB2 starting Keenum, Bridgewater, or Minshew. Keenan, if he's playing, I like his matchup a lot better.
Yes. But is he healthy, Kyle? Is he healthy?
He did end up practicing. So, I mean, my issue with Terry McLaurin has been that he didn't practice and it's a hamstring injury. I know they're saying it's not nearly as bad as I thought, but it doesn't matter to me. So I would still go Keenum if he starts because his matchup is so much better.
I agree with that part of it, at least.
Blair Webb needs to know Godwin, Tyrell Williams, or McLaurin in a PPR.
Godwin, McLaurin, or Tyrell Williams.
Yep.
I'm still gonna have to go with Godwin. If you're worried about the risk of Godwin, Tyrell Williams would be my next choice.
Big Hoss wants to know Philip Lindsay or Tyler Boyd the rest of the season in a PPR. Y'all are the best. Big Hoss, you the best.
Yep, and I have to say Tyler Boyd, just because I still think that Royce Freeman's going to be somewhat involved in that backfield with Philip Lindsay.
Manny Oramus wants to know Devin Singletary or Frank Gore going forward.
It's going to be Singletary once he's healthy.
John Best says, you guys rock for real. John, you rock. Appreciate it. Wide receiver 3, Fuller or Inman?
I'm gambling and going with Inman.
I like that. Jeremy Harder, should I bench Brady for Rudolph or Allen? Brady was a sit for me this week. I do have Rudolph higher than Brady in my rankings right now.
Which sounds crazy. Because it's.
But I think this is the coming out party for Rudolph this weekend.
I can see it.
Drew 300, trade Mixon for Connor, and then should he trade? It says trade Mixon for Connor, question mark, plus trade Tyreek when he good. So I'm assuming it's Mixon for Connor. So are we doing Mixon for Connor?
And that they're like back to back to me. I think
it's a wash of a trade, basically.
It is. I don't think you really gain anything there, so I probably just stay pat with that.
Rudolph, nope. Should you trade Tyreek Hill when he comes back and he's healthy?
If you kept on and held on to him all through his injury, why trade him when you can actually have value from him? So keep him.
Pick 2, DK, Beasley, Gallman, and half PPR. DK Metcalf, 100%.
Yep, he's one of them. And the other one is Beasley or Gallman?
Beasley or Gallman.
I'm going to have to go with, I think, Gallman, just for the safety of the volume.
For the volume. 100%. Jake, this was a good episode.
Man, I am tired. This was an hour and a half on a Saturday night. I know it's a little early depending on where you are in the world, but it's 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, and Kyle and I have to go record tomorrow's show. I don't know if Kyle even knew we were going to record a show after this or not, but he just found out. And
how dare you? How dare you assume something like that?
Exactly. So definitely, it was a great show. Once again, we appreciate the support on this channel. I mean, it
real quick. Matt wants to know Michelle or Gallman.
Gallman, 100%.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, really appreciate the support out there. Like I said, we just hit 70,000 subscribers. This was a goal that we had for the season. We've hit it here in week 4. And now we've committed to a 24-hour live stream once we hit 100,000 subscribers. So, yeah, make that happen. Plus, make sure you go down below in the description. There is a video that was posted yesterday. We're going to give a random commenter on YouTube, a member of Headliner Nation, $1,000 cash just for showing support here to this community. That's what we kind of owe to you guys. We talk all the time. Kyle does, I do, how appreciative of this community that we are. Well, we can say that, and everybody can listen to it and be like, yeah, right, they're just a bunch of YouTubers, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to start showing you guys how much we actually care and go above and beyond just fantasy football advice. Now we're going to start, making a difference out there for people who may need it a little bit more. That's what we're all about over here, is just, bringing a little bit of happiness to some people's days. So greatly appreciate the support here on this channel. Really enjoyed it tonight. We still have over 1,000 people watching, and we've basically just been bantering on for the last 20 minutes. But hey, make sure you leave the questions and comments down below. Hit that like button for us. If you're new here, subscribe, because we have a lot of fun talking fantasy football.
We do.
I have
and nonsense.
And the nonsense is fun too. I never thought I'd have to yell at people for switching from eggplants to fire emojis. That's just not something that's ever crossed my mind.
We still have 1,000 people. I want to touch base on something real quick. So We've mentioned it. You just mentioned it again. The community, building the community here at Headliner Nation. You've mentioned it in your videos. You've talked about it. And 100%, the reason that I am here with you right now, Jake, is because when you came to me and said I should join you, that pitch to me right there in alone was what sold me because of what you were trying to develop here.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn when I say this, so please don't take it that way. I have worked for several other companies in this industry. I've been doing this for about 4 years now. I've worked for a couple bigger names in this industry, a couple of larger companies. I have never seen or experienced anything like Headliner Nation, ever. Have never, ever, ever experienced it. We are 100% committed to bringing you the best possible content. As Jake has said before, we are never going to be 100% right, ever. But what we are trying to do is we are trying to bring you an experience and a community. And sure as hell, we're doing that right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fully believe that.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, that's what it's all about. And this is just the start. I even teased it in that other video. And even though we just committed to a 24-hour live stream, Kyle, if you think the 70,000 subscriber giveaway is cool, just wait till you see what I have planned for 100,000 subscribers. Once we can hang that silver YouTube button up somewhere, yeah, there's going to be an amazing giveaway that you're not going to want to miss. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate you guys over there. Hooch still thinks it's because Jake looks like Seth Rogen. I don't think so, Hooch. Nobody.
Jake, before we sign off, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Full PPR: Connor, Thielen, Lindsey, Demarcus Robinson in the flex.
Connor, Thielen, Demarcus Robinson, and
Lindsey.
Connor is going to be my choice there. I like him this week going up against Cincinnati.
Daniel Jones or Brady? Going Daniel Jones. J.N. Smith, appreciate the dono. Jake, let's head on out of here.
Yep. Hey, we greatly appreciate you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good luck in your week 4 matchups. And let's hit it out of the park next week. Hopefully everybody has a great year week 4. Kyle just hit a dinger. Now he's pointing his Kyle dabbed on somebody. Okay, gotta end it. You guys have a great rest of your evening. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.